Okay, friends, when you paint, do you feel like you look like this? Or more like this? I was practicing my faces there. I'm asking you because when I first started watercolor painting, I felt so stressed out by the process. And I don't want that for you. I'll put this down before I poke someone. So today, in our video, we're gonna be talking about I guess I like the number six characteristics for relaxed painters versus anxious painters. And while we're doing that, we're gonna be painting this bad boy because we all need a little bright, sherbety floral in our life. I'm so excited to share this with you, and I want you to think about it and let me know in comments which one you feel like you are. And if you are anxious, listen up because my 6 tips hopefully will help you to learn to relax. So let's get into it. So to start our painting today, I do want to add some of this masking tape to create a nice border. So go ahead and get some if you have some and you want to use it. It just creates a nice clean space where, you know, if you do some splatter or a background wash, it's just going to preserve that nice white border and give you just a clean look. So it's a way to fancy up your paintings, which I'm a big fan of. And today we are doing a single bloom. So, you know, maybe she needs a little bit of star power, some whimsy, and splatter to me is where you can get that. So I have my watercolor paints. I'm going to spray them down just to activate them. And I've got my water jar, my paper towel for dabbing, and of course my brushes. So the brushes I love to use are a number 12 round and a number 8 round. These are just my go-tos, but you're going to use what you have. So we're going to start by adding in our flowers, and they're just slightly different colors. Let me show you some pink, yellow, peach. I can't tell you that that is a real flower, that it grows in nature. It certainly looks real, doesn't look like it's AI, but you never know these days. Anyway, so we're gonna do some of those beautiful sunset colors. So I've got some pink right here. I think I need to take a deep breath. Let's go ahead and do it with me. All right. Sometimes I get a little ahead of myself and I think, goodness, I need to just slow down because this is supposed to be a relaxing experience, right? Not stressed, not rushed. So we've got some kind of pinkish red, pink, orange, yellow, and we can sort of mix these together. So I'm going to start with my blooms. I'm not even going to dab my brush, but really light paint. And I'm going to start around about here for those big blooms. And we're just going to add in some loose petals that just kind of, a little bit of a petal right there, just kind of flow together. And we leave a little white space. And then we're going to use some orange as well. And I want these to be really close together. So we're gonna keep adding in some of these petals. As we're talking about, you know, these habits, what you're gonna notice from a relaxed versus an anxious painter. So first of all, a relaxed painter does not compare themselves to other people, does not compare their art to other artists or other people. Let's do like a little bit of yellow. Instead, they're just always sort of comparing their own work of, have I created something new that I'm proud of? Have I improved in the last year? Let's go ahead and let these petals just kind of meld together. And so that's one thing that's really important. Let's grab some yellow, is like, have you been able to see some changes in your own life, in your own artwork? Do you feel like you can sit down and paint and just kind of get stuck in the zone and not be scared or, you know, worried? Let's get some yellow. It's kind of changing into orangey, but that's okay. So I think the comparison piece is one of the things that really destroys us. And it's very easy to do on social media. And so if that's something that you have an issue with, I encourage you, let's take off some of that paint, to let that go. Reminding yourself, take some of your old sketchbooks and remind yourself, you know, you're going to look to see what have you done in the last year? How have you grown and changed? Look at your old work compared to now. So we're going to do the top, which has a lot of buds. So I'm going to grab some of this beautiful green paint here, swirling my brush and dabbing. And then we're just going to start adding in these little diagonal buds that start to go up So, the second thing that relaxed painters do, or artists, I'm trying to keep going up like this, just a few more, getting smaller, is they focus on what they can change. For example, I have, and let's just do like a very loose, very light pressure to make our stem all the way down. So I've heard several times, there have been some women that have told me that they have shaky hands, and that really gets them down when it comes to their art because they feel like they can't do what they see everyone else doing. Let's go ahead and connect some of these blooms. So what I say is we're doing loose flowers, and so if your hand is like really, it's not shaking at all, right? And you can do some really like realistic types of paintings, you're not doing loose. And often I'll tell you guys to hold the brush like this very loosely. It allows the brush to move a lot. You have less control, but it gives you that nice looseness. It opens things up. And at this point too, I'm just going to grab some of these other colors and just some of light versions, just make some little blooms that are kind of in the background, kind of filling in some of the space, very light, just so that we have a little bit more of a tightness with this stem of flowers, however you feel it needs to be. And so within that conversation, you have to be able to focus on what you can change. Can you change, like what if you have tightness of your flowers? Can you change it overnight? Absolutely not. But can you work on it and practice it so that over time you can get to that point? Absolutely. And so, for me, I have to think about what is attainable. Now, as we're doing this, I want to kind of let this dry. I actually feel like this is so intense, I'm going to take off some of the paint. So I'm going to dab my brush, which is already clean, and I'm literally just going to lift off some of that color. Okay? If you feel like it's a little too intense for everything else, you can do that. You can change some things after you put them down. It's a pretty large flower, and that's okay. Also, while we're doing this, we can grab some of the paint we have and just wet on wet, touch down, and add a little bit of extra color. So in your painting, if you don't like how it came out, that's one example of something that you could change. You might not be able to change a lot in that painting itself, but the next time you paint it, you can absolutely make some changes. Okay, so, and try doing it differently and see what you like. So we're gonna try this and we'll come back and add to it. Now we're gonna add in, with our smaller brush, our number 8 round, we're gonna add in slightly darker paint to create some shadows and create some separation with some of the petals. And all I do for that is I just grab more concentrated paint, whereas I was working with really light paint. Now I'm gonna have more of a darker paint. So it's got more pigment to water ratio. I'm gonna grab some of this orange. You can see how dark that is. Yellow, I can grab it from there. If I wanna use, oh, that's a purple. If I wanna use maybe some of my alizarin crimson, I can, okay? So, going back to that, if you are an anxious painter, you're going, and that doesn't mean that you can't change it, by the way. A little orange, a little pink, make some peach. If you are an anxious painter, you're going to be trying to compare your work with other people. We're just going to put some quick marks here just to create some dimension with these side facing. And you're going to be all obsessed with, does my work look like how theirs does? Is it good enough? Is it pretty enough? Is it loose enough? And what I want you to do is, with a relaxed mindset, is you focus on your own stuff. If you are an anxious painter, you're going to be thinking about all the things that you wish were different. The things that you can't change, you're going to wish that you can. So, for example, if you just started art and you're like, man, there's these people that have been practicing for 20 years and how will I get to that level? And how I wish I could this, I wish I could that. And you can't change that, right? So you just have to be able to learn to embrace it and say, okay, this is where I'm starting at, and I'm going to build up from there. And you focus on you, don't focus on others. It'll just end in a lot of hurt and frustration. So I have added in some lines here on the side, maybe in the center a little bit, just to start creating some dimension on these flowers. And then I'm going to take my brush, I'm going to clean it and dab it. And the next thing is that relaxed painters, we're just going to blend this out. Relaxed painters they like to embrace their mistakes. So if they blob some paint on their paper, which I do often, how can you turn that into an intentional mark or utilize that in an intentional way? Maybe you can add some splatter and then decide, you know what, I'm going to go with it and just pretend that this was something I meant to do. And embrace that versus feeling like you've ruined your painting. So if you do make a mistake, remind yourself, you know what, I can learn from this. What can I do differently next time? And let me try it again instead of being so hard on yourself and really like frustrating your own experience. Does that make sense? Okay, another thing is, and we're just going to keep adding sometimes a lot of paint, sometimes a little bit of paint. I just want to create some fluffiness for these snapdragons. So the fourth thing is to know when to stop, okay? So a person who is comfortable in their self, they've been relaxing, being able to relax and paint carefree, they can usually sense when a painting is complete. A person who is anxious is going to be always searching like, okay, did I do enough? Is this going to be good enough? Is this pretty enough? Is it finished enough? What if I keep adding to it? What if that ruins it? What if it makes it better? And they're always wondering, versus a person who is relaxed in their painting and relaxed in who they are will say, you know what? Once you get that thought of, am I done? It's typically your cue that you should probably be done. That's how I see it. That's where I sort of see things. So, and I've been a relaxed painter as well as an anxious painter in my life. And sometimes I go back and forth, okay? So it's not like it just always goes away or it should go away, but it's how you deal with it when you feel it coming on. Can you hone in on it and remind yourself it's about your mindset? All right, looking for things that you love help you to kind of stop doing that. I'm going to dry this again, and then we're going to get to our centers and our darker details. All right, still with that same brush, we're going to start with our centers, and we're going to do green. So we'll grab some really concentrated green. So the fifth thing that relaxed painters do is they listen to calm music. They get in the zone, and they sort of just forget the cares of the world. It's just going to do this stippling action, little dots. They forget about the worries and the stressors and the difficulties, and they just paint and they enjoy leaving behind the cares of their world, of their life. And it's a powerful thing because then when you're in the zone, you're just creating and you're just experiencing this pure happiness, this pure joy. Even better if you decide to give away your painting. It really increases your experience, I think. I'm going to grab another green here and add in some dark blue or navy to darken that up. And I have to tell you, we're going to use this. It's a pretty thick mix. We're just going to use this to add in some contrast. So I'm going to go over the stem, but I'm not going to necessarily, I'm not covering up the stem. I'm just adding to it to create a little contrast, okay? Which is what I usually do. And then here too, we can kind of add in some like little leaf things, just like some quick strands, almost like grasses or something, just really quickly to create some of that contrast for those. So the last thing that I want to share with you on relaxed artists is that they paint for fun, not out of a sense of guilt of like, I must accomplish this, I must improve. It's like they just enjoy that experience. And some artists, of course, they have to paint, you know, for their work, right? You know, I know what that's like. And we're going to take some more of this and just kind of fill in some of this space, like some leaves, just so we don't have as much white space. So just kind of dabbing easily. Just a little bit here. But that sense of guilt is gone. They paint because they want to, not because they're like, oh no, I really need to get better, or because other people are painting more than me. They've learned to let that go. An anxious artist is going to try to paint to get ahead of things, maybe get ahead of what the world is doing, following again with that comparison of like, this is what other artists are accomplishing and I need to be there too, okay? A relaxed painter is going to let that go and allow themselves, whenever they're inspired, to paint. Now, sometimes they will have a deadline, and that's a whole different story. But when it comes to feeling guilty, the painting experience, there's no place for that. All right, so take a look at your painting and see what you like. I'm gonna grab some green. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna grab some of this for the splatter today. We're just gonna splatter a little bit on our paper. Just light, easygoing, pretty simple. If you wanna do any darker contrasty moments, like for example this, I love this fluorescent pink. I'm gonna grab that, dab my brush, and just put a little bit, that didn't show up too much. Put a little bit extra in there around some of these centers. Say just a little bit, makes them pretty happy, makes them stand out. And for the orange as well. So I hope that, you can let me know in comments what you felt about some of these characteristics of a relaxed painter. And which one are you? Do you feel that your anxiety creeps in, or do you feel like, you just kind of take a breath and relax? I'm just doing some more high contrasty moments here. Do you feel like you can take a breath and relax through your painting? Let me know below what your experience is. I love to hear from you. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. Lets people know we're having a good time. Happy painting, guys, and I'll see you soon in the next tutorial. I don't know why I forget so often to take off the tape. I mean, this is a very relaxing, satisfactory experience, in my opinion. And the sound of it is a lovely sensory experience as well. Much better. There we are. I hope you enjoy your painting and your experience. All right, friends, I hope that you enjoyed painting the beautiful snapdragons with me. I hope you're able to breathe and relax, and remember that it's just a painting. You can throw it out. I won't do that now. I won't throw it on the ground because it is still a little wet. But keep in mind that it is a mindset, and it helps you to get into that space where this is self-care, this is soothing, this is relaxing, this is time for you. So friends, I also want to let you know I'm doing a free online workshop with Watercolor, doing some florals this coming Thursday. So click the link below so you can sign up. It's totally free. We paint together in about an hour or so and have so much fun. Also, my art retreat to Italy is linked below as well if you'd like to join us, or just read about it or watch the video of when we went last year and had such a blast. Thank you for listening. I appreciate you guys all. Thank you for the comments you leave me. It really warms my heart. And I'll see you guys soon in the next video.